Welcome to Taming Python tutorial series. In this video we are going to learn about list comprehension. List comprehension can be used to create a list from another list or sequence in a user-friendly way with less lines of code. Generally people used to use list comprehension to write simple for loops in a single line. List comprehension can always be replaced by a for loop, but list comprehension improves the readability of the code. Let's get started with coding. I'm going to take a blank folder. I'm going to open it with Visual Studio Code. I'm going to create a new file. I'll name it example.py. Alright, we are ready to code. Let me try to create a list that has numbers from 1 to 15. So using list comprehension, I can write it like, I'll take a variable lst equal to x for x in range of 1 to 16. Print of lst. So using these two lines of code, I have created a list from 1 to 15. So just let me try to run this. You can see I have got 1 to 15. Even I can do it like this. I can write range of 15. Range of 15 is 0 to 14, but I want to print 1 to 15. So I'll write x plus 1 for x in range of 15. So if I run it, I'll get the same list of output. Suppose if I want to implement this with a for loop, I have to write lst equal to this brackets. I have created an empty list now, and I will write for x in range of 15 lst dot append x plus 1. So you can see these two lines need to be replaced with these 4 lines to create the same output. So list comprehension will improve the readability and simplicity of writing sequences from another list or sequence. Let's write another example where I want to get the squares of numbers from 1 to 10. So I'll just write lst equal to x into x for x in range of 1 to 11. So you'll get the squares from 1 to 10. I'll run it. So you can see I've got the squares of numbers from 1 to 10. In just a single line, I was able to create a new sequence from an existing sequence which is from 1 to 10. I've created a new sequence in which each element is x square of x in each sequence. This is how list comprehensions can improve the readability of your code. Let's take another example in which we have an array named cities and I have some strings inside it. If I want to create another array with each word in uppercase, I can do it with list comprehension like this. I can write lst equal to x dot upper for x in cities. That's all. Now each word in cities will become uppercase and get stored in list. So using a single line, you can perform a for loop using list comprehension. So let me try to print out this print of lst, and now let me run it. You can see I've got each word in the array capitalized now. This is an example of how you can use list comprehension to perform simple for loops. Now let's use filters in list comprehension. Filters in list comprehension can be used to exclude elements from the source list. Let's start an example. I just want to create the squares of only even numbers from 1 to 15. So I can do that using lst equal to x square for x in range (1 to 16) if x percentage 2 equal to 0. So I have introduced a new thing called filtering using this if statement inside the list comprehension. What it does is that it will return the output only if this condition is true. That means while iterating from 1 to 15, if x percentage 2 equal to 0, that means if x is divisible by 2, then only you will get the output. Let me see the output now. I'll just save it and run it. You can see I've got the squares of only numbers which are even. So using this conditional statement inside list comprehension, we can create more complex situations of creating sequences from input sequences. This can be done using for loop. Let's try to implement that. I'll just write lst equal to a blank array, and now I'll write for x in range of 1 to 16 if x %2 equal to 0, then lst dot append x star x print lst. You can see we implemented these two lines in for loop using this, but you can see the readability is better if you use list comprehensions. Let's try to see the output. You can see we got the same output. Let's see the general syntax of a list comprehension. The syntax is new list equal to the operation of the input list for x in the input list, and if you have some conditional operation you can write if and the conditional statement. This is the general syntax of a list comprehension. I have written a blog post on list comprehension and some examples for you to practice with, so be sure to check out the link in the description of this video. Hope you like this video. Thank you for watching.